What's up and welcome into the latest Browns Film Breakdown Film Room, going through 2025 Browns draft selections. We have a great one today. Carson Schwesinger, the Browns took at 33 overall, and it's an interesting pick, an unexpected pick. I would imagine one that not many of us were looking at. I know a lot of folks were sort of looking at those rounds 5, 6, 7 before the Browns on draft night, Thursday night, got rid of a lot of those picks, looking at maybe a linebacker later, but we had no idea, at least publicly out there, that the Browns are going to be looking for one of these linebackers early. So we're caught off guard, but that's okay because, again, I've talked about this a little bit with Carson. I don't think this is necessarily somebody that we should say is replacing JOK. Can he play Will? Yes. I think he's a Mike. I think he could pair with JOK. We'll see what that all looks like when the time comes, but he's a fun player, and I think he's one of the better ones in this draft, and he's young. Everything fits. So, looking at his measurables, I think it's important to kind of look at one of the top ones, which I ironically see the body similarities as Fred Warner. Not that the player is as good, clearly. If you get to that outcome, that's a fantastic outcome. But that body type similarity to me stands out. There's an old one for some of you around my age, that Paul Posluszny, profile from back in the Penn State days. Dylan Moses in there as well. And then from this class, Jeffrey Bassa, another linebacker in the top 5 of the position group as well. So height, good height, 6'2.5", but not too tall, but obviously not stubby either. I think it's a good spot. 242, room to probably get to 250, but 242 is where he comes in at. Wingspan 77.5, which is fine. Arm length's a little short, but I don't think it's a concern for how he plays the position. And then vertical jump and bench press. The bench press reps aren't amazing, but again, I don't think you need that for this position as long as it's respectable and the core strength is fine. And I think those are definitely the case. But all we got testing wise was really that vertical jump. Unsure why we didn't get more. Maybe some injury issues that came up around the time of that stuff. But unfortunately, we didn't get more. But I think the tape shows a pretty good player. So we should spend our majority of our time there talking through that. His story is unique. Very under-recruited player out of Bucknell. Like, it was looking to go to Bucknell as his only partial offer, and then got a late walk-on opportunity with UCLA, and because they were there scouting a teammate of his in high school. So gets that opportunity to walk on at UCLA, stay home out in California, and then kind of goes from there. He's a special teamer early in his career. We're going to talk about some of those special teams, and then ends up getting an opportunity this past season as a Mike linebacker for the team, and he just blossoms into one of the best ones in the class. So it's really exciting tape. I definitely see why Schwartz likes him, and I think he's going to fit well with how these linebackers and Jason Tarver coaches these guys up. So the appeal makes plenty of sense to me. So yeah, let's get into the tape right now, where we're going to spend some time looking at Carson Schwesinger and what he was able to do at UCLA, anchoring that middle of the defense as an All-American and team captain. Let's get there right now. All right, so film, let's do it. Immediately, things that stand out to me is his ability, to process schemes in front of him unfolding, reads guards really well, able to sniff out routes to get past opposing linemen. Not JOK slippery, which we've been spoiled with, right? But I do think he's got a real keen knack for understanding schemes, sliding across, dipping shoulders like you see here, and then squaring up defenders. Ball carriers in the hole. And he's got a great feel for like the click and close, like, oh, read it out, process it. That's Caleb Johnson's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, right? We're going to get weak side wide zone, very popular in the NFL. I'm not going to give this guard a chance to cut me off. I'm not going to give the center a chance to see me. I'm just going to step in, fly through, meet him in the hole. Again, it's his profile really fits this stuff. Click and close, run game, covering space well. Again, looking at on this one, we're here playing Mike. So I'm going to get an unfold of a scheme is again, just so slick with this little insert, tight end insert on duo. Watch him read it out, sneak underneath the center who's peeling for him, and then kind of work his way through, shed him, right? Be there, be ready to take on the ball carrier and lay a nice little hit stick there on him. Again, Mike linebacker right here. Read the scheme out, process it, cut across. Don't run into the traffic, right? The cut down traffic right there. Get through, get across, shoot the head in front. Make a nice tackle for loss. Middle linebacker here. Again, against Penn State. Some great tape against Penn State, man. Just get to the play side gap. get to your fit, and then be there quicker than the guard can do anything that messes with what you're, at the point of attack. Don't let him build momentum. Be there, boom, anchor down, wipe that across the face, and then you're ready to make that tackle in the A gap. Nice play here, reading quarterback pull. You'll see him playing Mike here. Let's see if I can get the film squared up here. So we're going to read this. This is a run look. Penn State brings in this backup quarterback when they like to do a little quarterback run, right? He's playing his front side fit, sees the pull happen, which he does a great job of sorting through the chaos in the backfield. He's got a great sense of where this play action stuff gets muddled. Read it, down the line, closing speed. I think the closing speed's good, man. I think he's a high 4.5, maybe low 4.6 speed guy if he ran the 40. But to me, no doubt he can close and take care of stuff in open space. Again, I just want to give you an idea how well he runs in the open field, sort of sorting this play out, sniffing it out, right? Wide side throw, click, close, get where you need to get, be there to clean up the tackle in case he gets free. Nice play. Get another look at a run here. Mike linebacker. Coming downhill. Sort through the traffic. Outside, squared up, ready to meet him, right? So many times linebackers in this spot get caught up in this chaos, blocked, tripped up. He does a really nice job of this, man. Being where he's supposed to be. Making the plays he's supposed to make, which sounds simple to say, but he never really gets caught up in the things that he shouldn't be caught up in. Again, read the front side, outside zone. Keep that inside arm free. Boom. Shed the chaos, right? Get outside of that. Down the line. Be a part of that tackle. Creeping up into the line of scrimmage right here. A great job of taking on the tackle. That's Ariante Ursary, who's going to be a Minnesota Viking, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Actually, he's not a Viking. He's going to be a Texan. Get rid of him at the point of attack. Look at him maneuvering him. Knowing where the guy's going to cut. That's taking on a big man, being a part of that play on the front side. It's a great play. Middle linebacker here right over the guard. Downhill. Look how quick he closes on the scheme, man. Feel out weak side wide zone. The Big Ten gives you between Iowa and Minnesota and some of these teams. NFL concepts, man. Browns love, many teams get under center in the NFL love that weak side wide zone. Look how well, there's no reason this guard shouldn't be able to beat him to this spot. But again, he processes things pretty quickly, keeps the shoulder he needs to keep free. Another tackle for loss. Again, 49 here in the middle of the setup. Again, look at that backside guard tried to get to him in wide zone. Slippery, get through there, turn skinny. Boom. Make the play. Right? Make the play. Such a good player down the line. Does a great job. Got a tight end on this down block concept here. This is power. Backside guard pulling for, this is actually counter. Right, it says GT counter. So you're going to pull the guard down, kick out, and we're going to get a tackle up and through. And if we don't shut off this gap right here, we don't get him inside, this down block's happening. If he gets turned, caught, anything, this is a big run. Got to be able to cut this off. Look at that. Down block, but eyes are up. Boom. See it, feel it, make the tackle in the hole. Make the tackle in the hole. Just want to give you another couple look at these real-time plays against Penn State, because I just think he covers so much ground. Was the best player on the field in that game defensively by a wide margin when Penn State's out there on offense. Again, here, nobody makes you stay honest like Oregon, man. RPO stuff, they're going to pull it, throw it. Look at him sift through this. He has to be outside. He's got to be honoring his run fit right here. He's got to play it, got to play it, got to play it. It's Gabriel's teammate now. Is he going to pull it? Is he going to throw it? Is there a slant maybe coming in behind this from outside the screen? Has to play it, but then watch as this guard has a great angle to just cut him off as this ball's run up inside. Watch how well he does, redirecting, taking that on, and then being there for the ball carrier, stopping that play downfield. Now this ball should be taken care of on the front side.